All right, I think we're live. Welcome, folks, to GMT Games Dead of Winter, the Battle of Stones River for the Great Battles of the American Civil War series. With me today is Pat. How's it going?
It is going. How are you doing, Gary?
I'm all right. So we have entered the 2000 turn, which is the first full night turn. So we have some additional restrictions, visibility. Game-specific rules says that visibility is restricted to 1 hex. We have an additional rule that says that if you're in attack orders, that any activation accrues fatigue as opposed to activations 3 and 4 for the turn. If you were with us last week, you will recall that we set everything up for this time. So we're pretty much ready to go. We need to roll. We do have. We rolled. I have the initiative, so I have to find which chit is going. Give me 1 second on this because I know which one it's going to be.
I am going to put my... Oh, you're
I'm working on it here.
just screwing with the kepi?
Yeah. Well, I'm going to pull the specific marker out. I might as well do it this way. All right. So, first activation marker is going to be Van Cleve.
Let me throw my stuff in. All right, there we go.
Okay. All right. So,
This is, yeah, I think it's going to be, for those who are really into what we're doing, there's not going to be a lot of combat, probably none, or even
this week probably.
interesting maneuver, but there's going to be a lot of administration, which, if you're learning the game, well, it should prove somewhat interesting.
Yeah. All right. So we're gonna go with Fife's formation first.
It's kind of relaxing. I don't have to worry about us shooting at each other and stuff. Just,
Not too much, no. do it from scratch here. The there we go. Unit selection seems a little flaky in the module today for some reason.
Because you updated. Oh, Stigler's back trying to, like, backseat counter move. Just forget about it, man. We're not doing stuff, Alan. Love you. Forget it. You can have wonderful Civil War conversations.
Those hexes, those units moved 2 hexes.
Right.
None of the units in Fife's brigade moved more than 2 hexes. They have plenty of movement to accommodate a full rotation.
Every time we get this stuff in the chat, it's like, oh yeah, well you're not playing the game and you're not looking at it. Yeah, whatever.
All right, so that's good for. Did I pick everybody up? That's good for Van Cleef. So that's my activation. So go ahead and pull one.
I shall. It is Union. It is wood.
All right, cool.
Oh, we got to place orders, don't we?
Oh, you're right. Well, no, we should have done that already.
We did not. So because this is the time.
I'm fine. So go ahead. If you need to change any orders for guys who are in command, go ahead and do so now before we proceed.
We need to do the reserve stuff, right? That now is when you do it.
Well, okay. So before that's actually in the orders segment. So if you want to place anybody under reserve, go ahead. In the night turn, they need to be at least 5 hexes from any enemy unit.
Oh, I'm aware. We discussed that. I'm just looking for the.
There's markers for that. I'm not sure if there's a context menu option.
Reserve. There it is. Okay. Brigade and reserve.
Reserve placement ought to be rare enough that I'd prefer to use a counter for it than just placed near the unit, because by definition they're like, a little ways away, right? We'll try to give John Longshore a little more chatter in the chat.
Let's see here. Can't be.
Now, bear in mind, at night, command ranges are...
Yeah, we already did that.
Are halved as well. So some guys might be out of command that were in command before. Stigler, I'm not sure what you're saying, because I'm aware that to change more than one vertex per hex, you do need to spend a full movement. But nobody in Fife's brigade moved more than 2 hexes. So
Yeah.
I'm not sure what the correction is here.
Right. Having said that, it's more of a general thing in the chat. Like I said, is like if people were live streaming and people want to chat and have fun, that's fine. But the constant, hey, on this move you did,
we cannot go back and make corrections. That's my position. Right. It's just we got to maintain a certain amount of flow, right? Right. I'm happy to accept a correction if we're doing something wrong, but I don't see it in this case. So.
Right. And I find it much more helpful if people watch it afterwards, as I've seen happen, and they make corrections about general issues in the comments later.
That's true. I mean, I'd like to be playing it right as much as the next guy.
Right. But in the live chat, what it does is it dominates the chat. You know, so we're not talking about stuff.
It can. That's true. That's absolutely right.
As we've seen, not just here, but in
in general.
Yeah. Right. People sit there with the rule book and like, all right. God bless them. All right, so that's that. And they're too close. And close.
Let's look up reserve here.
All right, I is done. All right, so go ahead with your whoever it is, Wood.
Okay.
And it's over here because that was before you moved. Loomis
okay. So during the replacement recovery phase, units from a command in reserve do the following: reduce fatigue. So give me a second here. I may want to place a couple reserves.
Right.
As well.
I figured.
Whoops. There you go. Honestly, though, that's probably it. Everybody else has stuff to do. So let's get rid of these. All right, and let's go with wood. Do this way first. All right, so for the benefit of the chat, let me explain what I'm doing here, okay? This guy's going to turn dead around for 1 movement point, okay? So he's going to end up facing that way. And then he's going to go open hex, infantry is 1 movement point without any slopes or anything like that. So 2, 3, 4, spend 1 more movement point to rotate as many vertices as he likes. Just so we all understand that that's not incorrect. I'm just, kind of speeding through it. If I know he's only moving 2 or 3 hexes and it's infantry and they can freely do that, then I will just do that.
Can you imagine like being at a convention or at a club playing a game and having somebody sit there and who's not playing and micro your every move and tell you you're doing it wrong?
Well, All right, so Haskell is done now. All right, so I'll do it again here, just so we're convinced I'm doing it right. I'm going to rotate as many vertices as I would like for 1 movement point. 2, 4, 6. I have 8 movement points with...
Hopeful we'd get through the night turns.
The artillery. I'm going to spend 1 for 7 movement points to rotate as many vertices as I would like. And the unit under it is infantry, who only has 6 movement points, but he only pays 1 for the hexes. All right. This guy's going to go 1, 5, rotate. Oops. All right. Sorry if this is slow, but these specific guys are the guys who need to go. So,
yeah.
All right. So that's it for wood. So I will draw a chit. It's again Union. It is wood again. However, I'm happy with where wood is at right now.
All right.
So he will pass. He will pass on the second one. Go ahead and draw a chit.
Wonder if I put the Confederate chits in there, Flip. Sure I did. Rousseau.
Rousseau is the one guy on the
right
on the map page here, so all I have to do is find him.
He's the provost guy.
Yeah, but I'm looking for him. I don't know where he went.
He went up north.
Oh, I know where he went. I just don't see him.
It's under Thomas. Right here.
Oh, okay. All right. Thomas himself does not move at this time, so this guy goes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and that's it for Rousseau. I think it's my draw.
Sure.
All right. So there are, in fact, Confederate chits in there. Fry. Fry can pass.
All right.
And draw one. Davis would like to shoot, but he can't because he's can't see
it's
anybody.
nighttime.
Yep. So he's passing.
All right.
They can't go in reserve though, because they're too close. Give me a second on Davis. Hold on a second. Let me just make sure that everything is where it is supposed to be. All right. Davis did activate. So I'll draw another one. Oh, Confederate Breckinridge.
Breckinridge. Let's see. What goes on with Breckinridge? Breckinridge has got some guys in reserve. In fact, everybody in Breckinridge is in reserve. But
if that's the case, then I mean,
I didn't put the markers, but I only put them next to guys with fatigue because it doesn't matter for anybody else essentially. So
Okay, so as long as we're saying that all of Breckenridge is in reserve, then cool. Then they just don't do anything.
see these 2 markers.
Yeah.
When do we do all the recovery stuff?
At the end of the turn? Yeah. That happens in the replacement recovery phase as part of the end of turn segment.
Right. So in fact, I'm going to put this recovery marker on top of Breckenridge.
Oh, that works.
So
you can put the whole division in reserve. That's fine. Yeah. And if the only way it would be important is if you have like some brigades in reserve and some brigades not in reserve. So under that division.
Yep.
So if they're all in reserve, cool. Then it's chip pulling time. So that's not an activation. We ignore their chit. Unless they get attacked or something like that.
Right.
Cleburn is next.
Cleburn.
And it looks like a bunch of Cleburn may be in reserve as well.
A bunch of Cleburn is, but some of Cleburn ain't. So let's see here.
Oh, did I send out the tweet? I did send out the tweet.
Yes, you did.
Cool.
But Cleburn ain't doing nothing this turn. Okay. So that's that.
All right. I mean, it's your draw then.
Oh, there. Let me move this. Who is it? Flip. It is Breckenridge again. Breckenridge ain't doing nothing.
All right. So another Confederate, McCowan. McCowan is not in reserve. At least some of McCowan is not in reserve.
Correct, but McCowan is happy where he is right now in his passing.
Okay. I think it's your draw, actually.
Sure. Very anticlimactic draws. Flip. Van Cleve.
Van Cleve's taking it. Van Cleve's got stuff to do. All right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 7. 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's make sure we're doing him right. Yes, we are.
SEMO, it kind of depends. It historically was more of a meeting engagement, to be honest. It's a the Union was on the operational offensive. They were trying to attack the Confederate Army and take its base at Murfreesboro, which is at the far right hand of the huge map area. But it was really the Confederates historically attacked on several days. So it's kind of a Union operationally trying to go and defeat a Confederate army / grab its operational base, and then a battle was fought. The funny thing was, historically, after the battle, it kind of ended in a draw, but Bragg felt he needed to pull back to Tullahoma, Alabama afterwards. There's a lot of controversy around this one. I missed your unboxing 1862 video.
Oh, I'm sure you would be fascinated.
I'm betting not. But let's see.
All right, we're good with Van Cleve.
All right. I'll pull. Why not? I forgot. Oh, it's more Union. March.
Nobody's under March.
You pull.
Wheeler.
Wheeler. Wheeler ain't doing nut. Well, Wheeler ain't doing nothing. All right, so I shall pull.
Withers.
Mr. Withers. Withers ain't doing nothing.
Okay. Rousseau. Rousseau will take the activation.
Mr. Withers.
It's as far as he can go, so that's it for him.
Wood.
Wood. Well, crap. I actually screwed the last activation up a little bit. I moved Wagner's brigade with Van Cleve for some reason. I don't know that it's a big deal. Except that they all move just a couple hexes. I'm just going to rotate them in a non-ridiculous direction, if that's the case. So that's my screw up. Not a big deal in this particular case. All right, so that would be Wood's second. Or Wagner's second, as the case may be.
You do have a guy on reserve, I'll point out, Moudon here, who is within 5 hexes of me.
Yeah, well, that means he's not in reserve, so.
Okay.
So, in fact, the only guy who is in reserve is going to be, looks like Palmer. Cruft is in reserve under Palmer, is the only one that's actually in reserve. So let me actually put this close over here so we can see who it is. The other guys from Wood are not activate. I guess nobody's technically activating. It shouldn't make a difference in this particular case. I'm pretty okay. Mm-hmm. No, I'll run them out, actually. Or some of them, anyway. All right, it's good. Wood's done.
Okay.
I think it's your draw.
Sure. Draw I shall.
Cleburne.
Claiborne. Let us see here. Nope. Cleburne ain't doing nothing.
All right. Wheeler.
Wheeler ain't doing nothing.
All right, go ahead and draw.
Random event.
All right, I'll roll a d10. 6, nothing happens.
All right.
Maybe Harry Flashman can show up next turn.
Over to you.
All right, that which is a random event that can occur in 3 days of Gettysburg. All right, Negley's up here. He's absolutely going to go. I'll actually be here.
So that's Mr. Withers. However, in my mind, when I hear Withers, I'm thinking mainly of this gentleman in this YouTube video. Enjoy.
Pretty sure that's it for Negley. It is.
All right.
All right, so
I'll pull, whatever. All right, flip.
Breckenridge.
Breckenridge ain't doing nothing. Over to you.
Palmer. Okay, so Cruft is in reserve. The rest of Palmer is not in reserve. Let's see. Okay, Palmer's done.
Palmer is done. All right. Go ahead and pull.
Fry.
What shall you do with Fry?
Fry's done.
Alrighty then.
That was Fry's first. I actually pulled him before, but I needed to move other guys first. Go ahead and draw.
Cheatham. Cheatham's marching.
Ah, okay. Well, then I guess I'll draw. McCown.
McCown. What shall I do with you, McCown? I guess I can do a little bit with McCown. McCown. Okay, McCown. All right, McCown's done.
All right. I'll draw one. Cleburne.
Just gonna do a little bit with Mr. Wood here. Well, that's great. Where the hell is your goddamned artillery? Oh, there it is. All right. That's all that's happening with Claiborne is nudging a brigade around.
All right.
So, all right.
All right. Go ahead and draw.
Shall indeed. Flip.
McCown.
Oh. Nope, nothing for McCown. Over to you.
I'll draw. Cleburne.
Nothing for Cleburne.
All right, go ahead and draw.
McCown. Nothing for McCown.
Breckenridge.
Nothing for Breckenridge.
We know Breckenridge isn't acting, so.
Yep. Wheeler. Nothing.
March.
Ah,
March.
yes. Now we have things to do. All right. So what is it? Shift comma shift period, right? Nope. Control comma. Control.
Yes, it's control comma and period.
All right. Come here, gentlemen. Dance, gentlemen. Dance. All right. Come here, knuckleheads.
So that ammo rule is definitely a change from the previous series rules. There's basically only 2 levels of ammo depletion now. There's low ammo and you're out. Prior to that, I think there were 4 different levels of ammo depletion, which was kind of a headache to keep track of. I think this makes a little more sense.
The new one sounds far superior to me. Come here, all you knuckleheads. Talking to my marchers as if I were Mo. Come here, you knuckleheads. But we're marching. And thus the Confederate marching for this turn ends.
All right. Go ahead and draw a chit. I think there's
Tis
only
the last
one
one.
left.
Tis Palmer.
Palmer. Let's see what Palmer can or has to do. Maybe not much. No. Palmer's fine. Let me think that through. Hold on. Palmer's fine passing.
Alrighty then. That is the end of the activation phase. So what
It
comes
is.
next?
All right. So next is the commander movement phase. So commanders can move up to 10.
We're good.
Okay. And then is the replacement recovery phase. All right. So this is where this can be potentially important. You actually don't recover ammo. You actually have to do that as a rally action. But in reserve, at this time, you're going to anybody that's in reserve, any brigade in reserve, will reduce fatigue by 2 levels.
Okay, so let me do the Federates. Or are you done?
Pretty much done.
All right.
You may actually also, if you want to, so you reduce fatigue. Anybody that in that brigade that's disorganized becomes organized again. You can attempt to recover routed units, but there are no routed units right now. And you can change their orders to attack or advance. You can't change it to march. And then you can attempt straggler recovery, but we already talked about that, and nobody's going to be eligible for straggler recovery at this time because they weren't in reserve during the dusk turn, which was last turn.
Let me just work through this.
All right, that's cool. I am putting my... you got more in reserve than I do, so I will start putting my chits in order.
You go down 1 level of fatigue, correct?
2.
Or 2? All right.
I'm going to make some rolls here, which we're not quite at that point yet, but I can make them since I'm rolling them secretly anyway.
Up.
Well, that makes the bookkeeping easier.
Just stack these up over here for right now. Okay. So I have done all my recovering, and everybody who recovered also had people who were disrupted, which flipped them.
Yep.
So we're good with that. And when do you do the ammo stuff? You said again.
That's during the action phase. That actually is a rally action during the action phase.
Right. So yeah, I figured I had time for that. It's night.
Yeah, I got some to do as well. You have more at low ammo than I do, actually, but we both have some.
Right.
And it's just a roll against their troop quality. All right. So next is you may now remove commands from reserve if you want. Determine combat effectiveness, which that doesn't really matter right now. And then we move up to the 2400 turn.
Okay.
And then the first thing we will do is determine initiative. I have a 7 plus 1 is 8.
I have a 3. You have the initiative.
So I will retain the initiative this time. Next we will do activation efficiency, so let me do that. All right, let me pull mine out so you can do yours.
All right, let's organize our AM, shall we?
I'm working on it.
What a waste.
Let's do division orders at this time as well. This guy's marked as being in attack, but he's no longer in attack mode.
Put my AMs in the cup, and then I'm going to do orders. Don't forget your initiative, guy.
All right, you got yours in the cup. Oops.
Yeah, let me make sure I've got one of these guys to do. On reserve. Everybody else is fine.
All right, mine are in the cup.
What? All right. Let's. I think we are ready to go. I've only got one brigade under reserve this turn.
Okay. All right. First, let me make sure we're not skipping anything here. Okay, you've done your division orders, right?
Right.
Okay. And preserve placement we just mentioned. So the first one to go is Palmer.
All right. Wheeler actually was a division commander under Shafter in Cuba. Commanded the cavalry division. Something that's been forgotten in this, in a modern era of looking at things. That at the time, a lot of like fort names and stuff like that. The Wheeler situation is a good example of that. The Spanish American War was the first war after the Civil War that the U.S. was fighting as a nation. So they were desirous specifically to have, a former Confederate general back in the U.S. Army, and serve. You know what I mean? Gary is like you know, this is a national. We're a nation. We're fighting a war. But famously, Wheeler, what was it? I think at the Battle of El Caney, cavalry charged the Spanish, and the Spanish started to fall back, and he was trying to encourage him, and he was like, "Come on, boys, we've got the Yankees on the run." Probably because he said that like a billion times in his life. So in the heat of battle, he forgot because he wasn't senile or anything.
Well, it's a heat of battle situation.
Yeah, he's
All
just
right.
like, yeah.
So we're done with Palmer. So go ahead and draw one.
Alrighty then. Yeah, it's probably like PTSD, like when you feel the adrenaline. Your march order.
I don't have anybody under March, so that was easy.
All right.
Guess I'll draw one. Cleburne.
Cleburne. Okay. At this time, I shall examine all Cleburne's guys for possible rally actions, basically to get back some ammo.
He's got a bunch. Well, I don't know about a bunch, but he's got more than one. I see 3 that are low ammo for him.
All right, so we're gonna start with what I can see quite visibly, which is we're gonna do Liddell's brigade. So they're gonna do a rally action. They gotta actually have a cluster of low ammo guys. So what am I doing again? I'm just doing
You're just rolling against their efficiency.
All right. Wow, that's pretty high efficiency. He's got an 8. All right, let's see here. Let's start with the artillery. They made it. They're no longer low ammo. Let's see, how do you undo the low ammo?
Go to firing and Alt X. Just Alt X till the flag goes away. Should take 2 steps.
No, it's going to take more than 2. All right, there it goes. Such a pain. It's a pain in the ass. All right. Maybe reset will do it. Yep, reset does it too. That's good to know. Getting all fiddly widdly here. Alright, now we're gonna go with this guy. He needs a 6 or less. Not stacked with anybody. He made it. This guy needs a 6 or less. Fails. Oh, he stacked with Johnson. He made it.
I don't know that counts. Let me check something. Hold on.
I bet you it does. I bet you $100.
It
The
might.
system's consistent. That guy makes it straight up.
Oh, hold on 1 second. Okay, so for clarity, you don't need to make for the ammo recovery. You don't need to roll. You don't need to roll a UDD. It is, however, just one step. So if you had a unit that was out of ammo and you did a recovery, you would boost him up to the -2 level. But you don't even have to roll. So the one that you failed on is ammo recovered as well.
All right, so let me double check Claiborne, make sure nobody's out of ammo. Nope, Claiborne's good. All right, so that's that. I draw. My draw. All right.
Sure.
Cheatham. Cheatham's marching. Over to you.
I'll draw. Oops.
And just
McCowan.
McCowan might actually do some rally actions. Let me just make sure nobody's out of.
Not sure he has anyone that's reduced.
No, but I'm checking. Just give me a sec. No, but we're gonna do a little nudging. McCown. futzing around here. Let me close. Gonna stop movement, but that's cool. And no, we don't want to do that. This is as good as it gets. All right, that's it from Colin.
All right, I think it's your draw.
All right. Breckenridge. Breckenridge, what shall you do? What shall you do? You have really done nothing. You have no rally actions. You do not need to move. So Breckenridge will stay put and pass. They're encamped.
Well, here's Breckenridge again.
Breckenridge shall stay encamped.
So go ahead and draw.
Claiborne. So if we do anything, this is their second activation. And they're all tidied up and good to go. So yes, we shall actually activate. Do things, move, and whatnot. That be wood. Yeah, we're actually gonna 1, 2, 3. We're actually gonna move up a little bit more. I shall wood. That is Claiborne.
Okay, I think it's my draw. Breckenridge.
Breckenridge does Squadouche.
Well, in that case, it's your draw.
All right. Over to Rousseau.
That's it for Rousseau.
Blue tweezers.
It's my draw. Withers.
Mr. Withers. Mr. Withers is marching, so that's it for Mr. Withers. I shall flip Claiborne again. Claiborne is done. Over to you.
Rousseau.
Rousseau.
That's it for Rousseau.
Wheeler. Wheeler ain't doing nothing. Over to you.
McCown.
McCown. McCown will do a second activation.
But I'll definitely agree that the Scottish did invent the world's finest distilled spirit. I think lots of folks would agree with that.
I do love me some Scotch, but there are days where, I mean, a really well done, like, high quality Irish whiskey will argue with me, as well as a really good rye.
I like American rye, actually. My American rye is my second favorite type of whiskey, actually.
So that is it for McCown.
I think it's my draw. There's another Confederate McCown activation.
McCown is not doing anything, so I shall draw. Flip.
Notice your... you don't have that many more markers in the cup than me. I've drawn 3 units so far, one of which came out.
Yeah.
I've drawn 2 units so far. You've drawn 20?
A billion. A billion.
All right, so that's Fry.
I mean, I really do love Scotch. Don't get me wrong. It's just, I can be, you know what I mean, argued with, shall we say.
I have an accidental overstack situation going on here, so I'm going to fix that. Let me actually count these out.
I need to use little boy's room for 5 to 10. So
That's
go ahead
okay.
and
This will
go ahead
take
and
me.
draw the next. Go ahead and draw the next one when you get done, and
All
if
right.
it's you, great. You know.
All right, that is it for Fry. Next one here is Negley, who definitely has stuff to do. And oh, we're going to be a little bit stacked up on the road here, but that's okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, that's it for Negley. That was Negley's first. So let's draw another chit. Let's see what happens. Rousseau. Rousseau's already gone twice. So the problem here is I don't have a leader here to mark fatigue on him, and unless I can do it by no, I can't. So he's just gonna pass. Davis does have something to do. That's essentially it for Davis, however. Kind of feel like all the Union chits were at the bottom of the pile for obvious reasons. All right, so this is Negley's second, and he'll take it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That is a problem. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And that's it for Negley. I'm just going to keep going here until we hit a Confederate, which is McCowan, who's already gone, I believe, twice.
Yes, he has. I'm back.
Okay.
Go ahead.
All right. Oh, I've been drawn away here because all my stuff is at the bottom of the pile. So after you left, Fry went once. That's when you left. Negley pulled twice. Davis pulled twice. I did make a small adjustment over there on Davis's side. Rousseau got drawn again, but I didn't activate him. So it's up to you if you want to go with McCowan right now.
I think McCown has... How many things has McCown done? McCown's done.
Okay.
UN.
So go ahead and draw then.
Over to Davis.
Davis will do a rally action. And that's it for Davis.
All right. Go ahead.
March.
This, yes.
All right. How much stuff do you have under March? It looks like basically all of
Division.
Cheatham is under march. So
Yeah.
I
yeah.
will go hit the head real quick here. I won't be gone very long. All right, I am back. So, one observation I have made: do not give Van Cleve anything important to do.
Okay.
Because he is literally the worst division commander on the field for the Union. If I draw a 3 for efficiency, he's still only going to get 1 activation. Then again, you work with what you got, so.
Right. Let's see here.
checking one small thing here on March orders. Okay, yeah, it's 4 hexes. I assume you are totally good everywhere.
Yeah, I'm just taking the time now. They're going to drop out of March next turn, so I just want to get all their facings right. Doesn't matter right now.
Because it's night and they can't be shot at, you're right, it doesn't matter. They can't be shot at where they are. If I were to run up and charge them, that would be different, but I doubt that will occur.
Get rid of these. All righty, I am done with marching.
All right.
I got you.
Gonna draw.
Oh, yes.
You got more march to do?
Nope, done.
Okay. Negley. This is Negley's third, which he will take. So let's start with spears. Let's think that through, please. Hold on a second. This is a fairly large mess. All right, that's it for no, wait, hold on a second. Now that's it for Negley.
By the way, it looks like with spears you have a major overstacking issue with your artillery.
Under spears?
Yep. No, right here.
No, that's totally fine. That's an infantry stacked with an artillery.
Oh, so that's cool. All right.
Yeah, that's so I can stack with artillery with infantry or cavalry. I may stack one counter of artillery. If the artillery's by itself, then I can stack up to 12 factors of artillery. But that's
Got it.
totally fine, and I'm stacked like that all over the place.
All right.
That is it for Negley. So go ahead and draw.
Flip. Van Cleve.
Yeah, look at that. All right, so let's see here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Actually, no. Let's do it this way. It's gonna go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. One, two, let's do it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Three, 4, 5, 6. All right, that's it for Van Cleve.
All right, go ahead and draw.
Wood. This is Wood's first. Oh shit! That guy should be moving with Wood. That's okay. That's okay.
You are a jambalaya mess over there, man.
It's just the way the chits have gotten drawn. Yes, it's a big mess. All right, that's it for wood. I'll draw one, and it's Breckenridge.
Breckenridge is done. Actually, no. Breckenridge is not done. Breckenridge will do an advance, which he's under.
Oh no, I hate this Union position. Actually, it's terrible. It's stuff a result of stuff. I pushed too far ahead. And I talked about this last session. In the meeting engagement scenario, here's what you do as the Union. You see this bridge up here. All your stuff, almost all your stuff, comes in that corner. You push across the river and form the entire Union army across the river, and you wait 2 days if necessary for as much to come on map as possible. That's the optimal strategy, and I didn't do that. But I was hoping there's a lot of Union stuff that comes in on a random basis, and I've rolled none of it in the last several turns. So it's a 40% chance for some of that stuff to come in, but I keep rolling 7s and 8s instead of 0 through 4s. So it's 0 through 3s. It's gonna happen. No, and the way the activations occurred this turn too, where Pat drew I think 20 chits before I drew my third. That's a problem. I mean, that's just luck of the draw, but that's going to cause problems too.
Max infantry stacking in a hex is?
Not unless you're in March mode, it's 15 factors.
Okay. Alrighty then. Breckenridge is done.
Okay.
That is it.
Next one is random event. Go ahead and roll the d10. No random event.
It's Davis time.
Davis doesn't have anything to do.
Your pull.
Fry. This is Fry's second, I believe. Let me verify that. It is Fry's second, so he can safely go. All right, we're gonna use Fry to unfuck this situation as best we can. All right, that's it for Fry.
Alrighty then. Claiborne is done.
And that's it.
That is it.
All right, so we're pushing up on hour 2. Do we want to try to do another turn? It would be the third night turn. Or do we want to just prep for the next turn and call it for the day? All right, very good.
Let us prep.
All right, in that case, commander movement. So go ahead and move commanders if you want to. We'll move Crittenden so he's not standing out in the front of the battlefield by himself. Okay, and then
hold on. Let me futz with my leaders. All right. Okay. Now what?
I'm pretty sure the replacement stuff all got done last turn. So remove some anybody that's in reserve that you don't want to be in reserve. Remove them from reserve status.
All right.
Combat effectiveness doesn't happen, and then
I do have some reserve stuff to do.
All
so
right.
Hold on.
I'll push the turn marker ahead by 1 turn. And I'll make some die rolls. Or I should say, I will fail some die rolls because I can't roll less than a 7 on any of this stuff. Okay.
All right, I'm done reserving.
All right. Well, some stuff comes in this turn. All right. I'm done with reserve. So let's roll for initiative.
All right.
It's like you're going to get initiative this turn.
Yes.
All right. Activation, efficiency, determination.
Yep, let me get organized and get that together.
All right. Kepi is all yours.
All right, my AMs are. Oh, I need to pick a initiative guy.
Yes, that's true.
All right, all my guys are in the kepi,
I'm working on it.
and my initiative guy is out.
All right.
Okie dokie.
Oh, crap. Hold on.
Yeah, you moved a bajillion guys to like the cavalry routed box.
No, that's intentional.
All right.
All right. There you go. All right. So we're all set. So we are. Let me verify that we're all set. Do your division orders if you haven't done it yet. And reinforcement orders. Oh, and I'm throwing your March activation. Unless
That's right. It goes in there. I have no one under March, but it still goes in there.
it still goes in there, yeah. And we just ignore it if there's nobody under March.
So no, we're good, man. The everybody's under advance. No one's under attack. So yep.
Okay, very good. All right, so let's save then. And this is going to be the turn 9 action phase, if I'm not mistaken.
Game turn 9. This is the 0400.
It is the 0400 of the 30th turn.
And that is that.
All right, so thanks everybody for stopping by. We should be able to wrap up the night turns next week. So we'll be back next week at the same time, same channel. And Pat and I will also be back tomorrow at 6 p.m. Eastern for a hot, dry season. And we've rescheduled, I might as well mention, we rescheduled No Peace Without Spain for this Friday. So hopefully we'll get to do that this week as well. Give me extra time to prep on it, so it's all good. So everybody have a great rest of the weekend, and we'll see y'all soon.